make sure that we're not doing anything to jeopardize our success, because you need to pay attention to what it is that you are doing, my beautiful, beautiful people. We're going to try something different. It's one of those things where, hey, I get emails saying, what can I do to raise my grade? Do your work in class. Focus in class. Absorb the material. Get as much activity in class as you can, and those grades will follow. Let's look at what your capture question is, that you should all have your notebooks out in front of you. And Ravel, write it down. Notebooks, get them out. I would also recommend getting out the piece of paper that you picked up yesterday when we did our posters, our Earth Systems posters. And it says, explain one interaction between two different spheres. That was part of the requirement that you had to do for yesterday. Now, if you were absent yesterday, as a couple people were, I recorded this lesson, and I told you what you needed to do to get the credit, which was 10 points. You need to please follow the instructions that I give online, so go to Canvas and watch that video, and I tell you exactly what you need to do. The rubric or the instructions are going to be on the piece of paper. Please go pick that up if you didn't get it yesterday. Today, we're going to do our capture question. We're then going to do a poster walk and then get to our ecosystem reading. I want to remind you, you have a quiz on the spheres when? Friday. What are we doing today? As I'm trying to give you time to get your notebooks out and write down the question of the day. Students will learn how and why do organisms, including humans, interact with their environment. And what are the effects of those interactions? How are we going to do that? Students are going to read a text passage. You're going to reflect and apply knowledge through writing. That's what you're going to be doing today. So what I'm going to do now is be quiet, which is difficult for me. And then I'm going to take attendance and allow you to get out your paper. You should have at least one interaction based on the research that you did from yesterday. So I'll let you write that in your notebooks while I take attendance. As soon as I find my phone and set my timer, which is right here. All right, 1 minute and I will be quiet and I will start now. Ready, set, go. We have about 15 seconds. Hopefully by now everybody has the sheet of paper from yesterday. I've got a couple people that left papers up here, but I don't believe it was anybody in this class. Billy, did you pick up the paper from yesterday, kiddo? You already had one yesterday. Can't find it? Y'all, I want you to know that I don't have like an unending supply. It looks like this, bud. Okay, can you look behind the table of contents and let's see? Okay. Alrighty then. So now, could you please, with your pair share partners, turn and talk? And if you don't have somebody next to you, could you please incorporate that person that is all alone? Like, how was that? Could you talk with Hassan and Braden? What are you looking for? The last page? Okay. It's the very last page. Very last page. Last, there you go. Goes from front to back. All right, let's go ahead and turn, and then Braden and Hassan, if you wouldn't mind including our good friend Jose, I'd appreciate it. And your time starts now. Think of an interaction, please. Ready, set, go. How they depend on each other. Yeah. He was absent yesterday, so what you got? All right, 3, 2, 1, and we are done. Michaela, would you mind turning that just a little bit this way? All right, what do we got? Give me an example. Give me an example of how one sphere depends on another, interacts with another. Yep. Did you have your hand up? Yep.
How the hydrosphere evaporates into the atmosphere.
Okay, so then we can say hydrosphere and atmosphere. And so how does that interaction happen? The heat from sun evaporates water into the air. Okay, so it evaporates water, which becomes then a gas, into the air. So we've got the atmosphere and we've got the hydrosphere. I like it. What's another one? Yep.
The biosphere and atmosphere, because all living things breathe air.
Okay, so we've got an interaction between the biosphere and atmosphere, and we have that life breathes in gases from the air for life or for survival. I like it. That is going to be something that you need to do for the exam. So now, hopefully, if you wrote that down, you've got 2 examples that you can choose from. Okay? This is what you are going to need. You're going to need to show how these 2 things are interacting and connecting with each other. Because the earth is a system. And systems are many parts working together. Yes? Yeah. We're showing how they're working together. It's not just, well, biosphere needs atmosphere. Explain how. Good? Sure? Okay, Jose, get your head off the desk. Does everybody have the paper out from yesterday?
Yeah.
Great. Could you also please get your TOC, table of contents? We need to go ahead and fill in that sheet of paper that you picked up on the way in. It looks like this is your TOC, and the piece of paper that you picked up on the way in looks like this. It's actually multiple pieces of paper. At the top, it says, what is an ecosystem? Could you please write that into your table of contents? What is an ecosystem? I believe that goes on the 3rd line of our TOC, table of contents. 4th line? I apologize. Wherever it goes, put it on your table of contents and stop hitting Zai.
I can get it. She hit the bottom.
Okay. She started it.
She did.
You went on to it, and I'm going to end it. Please, this is what it looks like. Let's put it in our table of contents. The reason I want to show you this now is because this is your homework for tonight, but you're in high school. Yes, we are going to be transitioning into, hey, you have to do more outside work. Why? Because I want your grades to go up. And the only way that'll happen is if you start engaging and you take ownership and control what you can control. So I'm giving this to you because we are creating ecosystems tomorrow, and I want you to have this information, okay? So we are going to be reading in class. Now let's see what we're going to do. It says, read the following article adapted from Khan Academy. Has anybody ever heard of Khan Academy?
Yes.
Okay. As you do so, summarize each section in the space provided. So you're going to read a little passage, and Mrs. McGrain has highlighted some of the words to help you maybe kind of focus your ideas on the big ideas. Look at the pictures and then summarize in your own words the passage. You're doing this not now. Right now we are taking a gallery walk because we have to finish our poster work. That's right, Kendall. But I want to show you what we're doing so that when you are completed, you come in here, you can get started right away on this, and then maybe you won't have homework for tonight, okay? So first things first, we're going to do our gallery walk, but I wanted to get this set up and put in our table of contents so that we're ready to go. Does anybody have any questions about what they're doing with this? We're reading and then we're summarizing. Summarizing doesn't mean we're writing the whole thing back again in this little space. Try to summarize it. And sometimes to help you summarize, I would read it, and then if you need to, read it again as a way to tell yourself a story. And then when you're writing down, sit quietly and think, how would I explain this to my mom? How would I explain this to my little sister, right? How would I explain this to a 6-year-old? If you can sit and explain what you just read to a 6-year-old, that's a good summary. Okay? That's what I want you to think about. So right now, though, everybody get out your sheet of paper from yesterday, please. That is the Earth Systems poster. Get this out. Earth Systems poster. I have clipboards for you on table 1. You will get a clipboard, not right now, you will get a clipboard and then you will clip this on there, grab a pen or a pencil with you, and then we're going out into the hallway. I've got all of my class's posters up over here and along the banister. You are going to have not just your class to look at, but all the classes to look at, and you're going to write down a good slogan that helps you remember what the geosphere is. You're going to try to make a simple picture, and there's lots of examples out there to help you remember what the geosphere is. And you're going to give a little description of what the geosphere is and the other spheres, and then also an interaction between it and another sphere, okay? So description of that sphere and how it depends, or another sphere depends on it. Does anybody have any questions about what you're doing? All right, so then as soon as you're done out there, what are you going to do? Come in and work on
Homework.
the reading. If it's not done in class, make sure you get it done. So write it in your notebooks. All right, so what we're going to do now is get up, take a clipboard. That door is unlocked. Be quiet when you're out there because other people are working. And spread out. All right, I'm going to take that and go outside so that I can show some of my people at home. We're going to go outside and you get to see some of these posters. All right, this is the reading that we're doing. I'll post that in Canvas. Yeah, grab a clipboard.
Mr. Green, why did we get out of town on Tuesday?
It must have been that you were missing something. All right, so we've got some down here. We've got lots of examples. Walk around until you find something that looks good for you.
I want to find mine. Where you look?
There's one of the biosphere. There's one of the hydrosphere. So we can look at these and then stop it when you need to write down information. Here's another one on biosphere. Where's your paper, bud?
I was gonna ask if I can keep looking for it.
Yeah, we'll get another one out of the file cabinet. Okay, out of the folder. You gotta fill these in. So then let's do it. We don't have all class period, okay? Pick a poster and start filling them in. Can I see this one next to you? Can you like lean? Oh, it's your birthday.
Are you taking a video of ours?
I don't know. I'm just taking videos of lots of
That's ours.
different ones. Oh, yep.
Yep.
That's ours.
Okay, it's
And online.
awesome. Okay, let me get in there then so that they can see it.
Oh, yeah.
They're online.
All right.
So I think I've given you lots of examples at home, so that now you can go ahead and fill in your poster sheet.